Manchester is red. Manchester is red. Manchester United 2. No, I forgot. Manchester United 3. Manchester City 2. Sit down, Guardiola. Manchester United win the derby. 2-0 down at half-time. They were sat there, all 5 of them, all 5 of Man City's fans sat there thinking, we're going to win. We're going to take this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. We're going to win. We're going to beat Manchester United. We're going to be gloating at the end. We're going to turn it all around. What happens? Paul Pogba, boom. Pog boom, 2-2, and then Smalling. All is forgiven. Chris Smalling with the winner in the derby. Who'd have thought it? Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I tell you what though, football, bloody hell. Sir Alex Ferguson, I reckon, I've got a funny feeling, when they panned to Sir Alex Ferguson in the first half and we were 2-0 down, he looked bloody furious. I've got a funny feeling he went down to that dressing room and sorted him out. Because that was chalk and cheese. That was Mork and Mindy. That was just ridiculous. That first half is probably the worst performance I've seen from United in a derby ever. That second half was brilliant. But you know what? We're going to take your calls. Buzz in. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I tell you what. But it's my birthday. But the best thing about that is what we've been talking about all week is Manchester United for not 1 minute in that game parked to the bus. It was all about push forward, push forward. Now at half time, Mourinho might have been sat there thinking, you know what, I should have just parked the bus. This is why I parked the bus. This is why I parked the bus. I tried to be expansive, I tried to be pressing, and that shower of shit turned up. Second half, he didn't change it. He said, something was said. I don't know what he said. Carry on, do it. And then goals. That chest down by Herrera on the first goal was world class. Wasn't Herrera brilliant today as well? That midfield 3. When we signed Matic in the summer, we were like, oh, what a midfield 3 that is. Matic as the holder, Herrera the box-to-box, and Pogba with some creative freedom. What a midfield 3 that will be. What did he start off with for the first month? Fellaini in the midfield 3. It's taken till April for us to have that midfield 3. What a great midfield 3 that can be. That's the way to go. Brilliant. Really, really, really happy with that. But the goal, the second goal from Pogba, what great, brilliant ball by Sanchez. But that header, muscling Otamendi off it, heading it low into the corner, outstretched Ederson. Fantastic, fantastic goal. And then Smalling winning it. Sit down, Pep Guardiola, because Smalling's just won the winner. I mean, I would have took a draw. 2-2, I would have been elated. I would have gone, wow, that's what United is. First half was crap, but it was worth it for the second half. Because if you've got, look at Man City in the Liverpool game. Half time, they're beat. They've got no backbone. They're just mercenaries. United, crap, rubbish first half. Second half, they come out and do that. That's mental strength. That shows you that those players can do it. That shows you that Mourinho can do it. All I wanted from today, and I don't know what you think, all I wanted from today was something to build on for next season. I would have took a score draw. I would have happily took a score draw. But to go and beat them, and when they wanted to beat us, and they're chucking everybody on for the last 20 minutes, and we're still the better team. Absolutely fantastic. So pleased with it. Manchester's red. We'll do the super chats. There's too many going through at the moment, but I just want to take some calls as well because it's just absolutely superb, and a tale of two halves. Andy, can you hear me?
I can, Mark. How are you? Happy birthday as well, by the way.
Oh, happy birthday! I tell you what, mate. If that brand of lager did birthdays, we're all laughing because I'm just the first half I couldn't speak. I couldn't understand it. I didn't put it on Mourinho. I took it on the players. But second half, you know what? I can't. There was one or two players who I thought were poor today, but I ain't going to mention him because you don't get that very often. Match of the day, I'm framing it. I'm framing that. That's going on my wall on repeats. Bloody brilliant. Loved it.
Yeah, brilliant. It was disgusting first half. I was absolutely appalled with how we played in the first half. Smalling, that was unforgivable. I was saying to my mate, actually, he's a Newcastle fan. Smalling got penalised for doing that to Mitrovic a couple of years back when Newcastle were last in the Premier League. And I kept saying to him, he'll either cost us a goal or he will cost us a penalty doing that because I'm sick of him doing that. And of course it had to be Kompany, didn't it? And I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but I actually thought Kompany would score from that corner. I just had this really weird feeling in my stomach. And when he was celebrating, I was going absolutely livid. And then to see him go absolutely just aggro in the last few minutes, it made my day. It's made my season absolutely fantastic. And put that bold fraud in his box as well. I'm so happy. I cannot believe the contrast in the first and second half. It was just Mourinho earned his money in the dressing room at half time, and I completely agree. That was the team we all wanted to see, except Jesse Lingard. Well, for me, Jesse Lingard, I'd prefer to see Martial, but no, Mourinho's not going to do that, is he? I think he's made his bed with that, and it's really disappointing. And like I said, we didn't park the bus, so I failed to see how it was Mourinho's fault in the first half. I don't think he could have done much more. And he obviously riled the players at half time because they came out and it was just pure courage, passion, fight. I loved it. That's what we want to see.
You know what? I was just going to say as well, a lot of people are on about man of the match and they're saying Pogba, and yeah, that's obvious, but I want to give a shout out. I'm giving it to Ashley Young because not only did he give a blatant handball in the first few minutes and get away with it, but he also two-footed Aguero in the box and got away with it. So Ashley Young, probably one of his worst performances, worst 90 minutes ever. He was shocking, but I'm going to give him man of the match because it's just it's banter. They absolutely riled up Man City to like, they were exploding about it. And yeah, you know what? Both were penalties, but sit down, so bloody what? You didn't get him. I loved the way that Man City were losing their heads in that second half as well. Look, yeah. It is my birthday today, and I know a lot of people are younger than me, and what I would say is, bloody enjoy tonight, whether you have a drink or not, or you just want to dance around naked, whatever, enjoy it. I said it about the Europa League as well, because whatever happens, there won't be many games like this. There won't be many there's not many Manchester derbies anyway. We only get 2 a year if we're lucky. And you won't get many games where we're away from home. I'm really gonna highlight the big factors here. They are massively ahead of everybody in the league. Even though we're second, they are massive. They've annihilated everybody. They're at home today. They are 2-0 at half time. They should probably be 3 or 4-0. Sterling misses 2 sitters. They absolutely battered us in the first half and we were crap. But in the second half, we totally deserved it. Not one of those goals were lucky, fortuitous, refereeing decisions. They were all well-worked goals, and we annihilated them in the second half. And I tell you what, enjoy it. You might still be Mourinho out. So what? Even if you are, enjoy that tonight because Man City are scum. They're our rivals. And if they'd have won the title today, they'd have bloody loved to see us suffer. And they wouldn't have given us any quarter either. So don't give them any bloody sympathy. I loved it. No. And I enjoy it. Everybody should enjoy it. Because, you know what? That second half was fantastic. Fantastic.
Absolutely. To wipe the smile off Kompany's face as well. He said it himself, didn't he? It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yeah. You've effed it up, mate. You really have. And again, Sterling misses those chances. I couldn't have wished it on anyone better. I hate Sterling. He is a snake, rodent, whatever you want to call him. Left Liverpool for the money, and we can't stand Liverpool anyway, can we? He's represented Liverpool and Man City, and I'm so glad that it was him that missed those chances. I'm absolutely buzzing. If you're Mourinho in, Mourinho out, who cares? Like you said, you just got to enjoy. I'm looking now.
There's a City fan crying. It just gets better. Please, somebody take a photo of that off your telly and send it me. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. They're sat there crying. Oh, come on. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's just getting better and better. Anyway, Andy, I've got to take other calls, obviously, but cheers for calling in, pal.
No worries. Cheers. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Andy. The City fans crying. Oh, remember we've got Sophie doing fan cams as well. That's going to be great as well. So keep calling in, keep giving us your thoughts, and I'm going to get Shane on. Shane, can you hear me, mate?
I sat there crying.
Oh, it's me again. Shane,
I love it. I love it. It's just getting better and better. Anyway, Andy, I've got to take other calls, obviously.
All I can hear is me. Shane, try and call in again. Let's get somebody else. Let's see if we can get Adrian on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mark. How you doing, mate? Happy birthday.
Cheers, pal. I'm just loving it. I can see City fans crying in the stadium. I can see Graham Souness nearly about to have another heart attack. He's furious. You can see. I can't even see. I have it on mute, you see, because obviously I'm listening to you lot. But you can read somebody's face, and Souness is just gutted. I love it. I just bloody love it. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Banter derby, and they haven't won the title. Give us your thoughts, Adrian.
Mate, I tell you what, I'm absolutely loving it. Seeing Graham Souness right now and the City fans crying has just made my weekend even better. I mean, that first half, I was probably at my most angry this season after watching that first half. But I do not know what Jose said to them in that second half, but they just came out and went for it. And who better than Paul Pogba to get us back to 2-2 after what was said by Pep in midweek? I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. And I give all credit in the world to Alexis Sanchez. He did step up in that second half to provide Pogba with that goal. And I just thought brilliant. And then obviously Chris Smalling, the mistake he made in the first half, just like he did in 2012 with Company, he made up for it with that goal. So I forgive him for that. I'm just absolutely out of this world right now, mate.
I mean, we've got to talk about the first half. I mean, is it just simplistically? I mean, they just didn't turn up. The players just didn't turn up, did they? I mean, but the second half is just like you've given yourself a mountain to climb, and you've done it with. You know, if we'd have got a draw, we would have been happy. I mean, this is why we love football. I mean, and this is why we love Manchester United. There's not many clubs who can do what United did. City certainly couldn't do it. City had that opportunity on Tuesday night, and I know 3-0 is different to 2-0, but actually City probably dominated more in that first half than Liverpool did them. Liverpool just took their chances. City should have been 4 up at half time, but they couldn't come back. It's sort of in the DNA of Manchester United. But that second half was sort of kills off the first half because it was just immense. It was immense.
It was, mate. It absolutely was. I mean, like you said, the first half, there was just no life. There was no spark. And we've been doing it for so long now. It takes us, it's like we have to lose a couple of goals to get into gear. And then we come back again, like we did, for example, at Crystal Palace when we went 2-0 down. We always have to go down before we can go forward. I don't understand it. And it's just a really weird one. But like you said, that first half, we could have easily been 4-5 down. But, I mean, I'm glad as well that we really did turn it around the second half. And it was close towards the end because David De Gea, he had to pull out some fantastic saves towards the end to keep us in it because I was certain his header was going to go in. I don't know how he kept it out, but he managed. But it's just unbelievable, mate. I mean, the second half really felt like a derby match and the challenges being put in as well. Obviously, maybe we could have lost the penalty, but luckily we didn't. Luck was on our side today in terms of a few decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for match of the day tonight. But I think it's just Thierry Henry. I've got the subtitles up, and he just said there, you know what, City have just had an opportunity to win the title there, and you may as well die trying. But Manchester United definitely did that. They had a go, and that's fantastic. Just what I've got here, Adrian. I'm just Mourinho's just talking now, so we can give you sort of the live comments as what he's saying. He says, I was really sad with the first goal because it's a corner. I did say that he would have been furious with Smalling. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, Mourinho, that first half we're lucky not to be 3 or 4 down, but he's also saying, well, I disagree with him actually. He says the game's completely under control. I don't know.
Nah.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't all over us, but I think he's got to accept that. I mean, I'm not even blaming Mourinho. The players were just shit in the first half, to be honest. And then he's on about confidence. It's important to keep the confidence. And we did not create many, but we were in control. I don't agree with you there, Jose. But I mean, just quickly while he's chatting away, because I can read it as well. Mourinho's had a lot of stick over the last few weeks. He's got to earn. The big positive for me, I don't know what you think, Adrian, is that we didn't park the bus today. It was a different Manchester United, and it's just had the biggest result it's had in all season. Surely he now will see that that's the way to go. And fair play to him for doing it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. He knows that he cannot play that defensive game that he's so used to playing. I mean, he knows that he has to go for it. And I'm just glad that we didn't park the bus today, because if we did, I'm pretty sure City would have absolutely steamrolled us. So I'm really happy that he did just push everyone forward, just get us forward as much as you can. I mean, that you can see the confidence it's given them after the game. So I think with previous results that we've had leading up to this, you know, it really did help in that second half. And I mean, just looking in the stands, Mark, I don't know if you noticed, Sir Alex was at that game. And I'm just looking and I'm just thinking, how would he hello, Mark, you still hear me?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yeah, I can still hear you, yeah. Oh.
Hello?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Can you hear me, Mark? Sorry, I must have lost my signal. Sorry. Yeah, I was saying. So where was I the last? What did you last hear me say?
You were just on about. Oh, I don't know what you're on about. Actually, I've just forgotten. Who was your man of the match? Anyway, give us your man of the match. Is it as simple as giving it Pogba?
Definitely, I have to give it to Pogba. He looked up for it in that second half, and obviously the goals. I mean, Sanchez with 2 great assists, but for me, I'm giving it to Pogba today.
Definitely.
It was a much better second half. So I'm just glad that they didn't sit back. They couldn't park the bus today. So hopefully, from now to the end of the season, they just keep going forward because Jose knows attacking is the only option from now on. No more parking the bus.
Cheers for calling in, Adrian. Great to have you on again.
Cheers, Mark. I'll be on fan cams again next week against West Brom, mate.
Cool. All right. Thanks, pal.
Take care, mate. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra. Just before I take another call, I'm just going to update everybody on Mourinho because he is actually talking now. He's not really. I just don't know why he doesn't let loose. That game is massive. That is a massive win, and we love him for it. But he's on about finishing second's really important. I spoke to Pep and said what a great team they are. Just give it. We want you to give it. We're having it. Manchester United is Manchester United, and I am Jose. I don't know, Mourinho and the players of the place. We are honest people and professionals. I'm really pleased for us as a group that we can finish in the top 4. He's on about the top 4. I don't give a shit about the top 4. Jose, I don't give a shit about the top 4. I'm not really bothered about second or third or fourth. What I am bothered about is that second half performance because it actually ticked many boxes. It stopped Manchester City, our big rivals, winning the title. We absolutely riled them. And on top of that, we played the right sort of way. I mean, he's on about the fans. It's important. We beat Liverpool and Chelsea, Manchester United. It's a nice feeling. But if he goes on to say, but for me, it's not that important. That's an idiot move. Don't do that. My objective was not to stop them celebrating because they're going to celebrate at some point. My objective was to fight for points. No. Sir Alex Ferguson wouldn't say that. You got to get with the party, Jose. You got to start understanding it. Boring press conference from Mourinho again. He needs to do better. Must do better. Don't kill the mood. Bite it. Don't fight it. I'm going to get Mini Mourner on because he made a few contributions through the watch along. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello there.
How you doing?
My composure is completely shot after that. That is for sure.
It was a very, very good game. Very, very good game. What? I mean, Mourinho's talking there about West Brom and points for second place. I'm ignoring him now because he's killing the mood. The reality is we've just stopped Manchester City winning the title. They were furious on the pitch. We were ecstatic with that second half. But the contrast was ridiculous. What do you feel about Mourinho? Are you an in or outer or on the fencer, or what's the day done for you?
I'm definitely a Mourinho in. If you look at even last season, in the biggest games, he pulls it out. We did it against Chelsea last season. We've done it today. All the players he's been buying, mainly, have been attacking players. Yes, we've been playing defensive, but you've got to believe, with the signings he's making, he is trying to make an attacking team. Whether he believes in all those players, I don't think so. Whether he believes in Martial, I'm not sure. But from what you can see, and what we did in that second half, we can attack. And we should definitely do that more. But I definitely Mourinho in.
Well, I mean, I think many people, will all look forward to Match of the Day because we're probably just stunned about what's happened. But what went wrong with United in that first half? It's probably one of the worst performances I've seen in a derby. And then second half, it's like ridiculous how it changed. The second half, we absolutely dominated City in their own backyard. But let's not forget, it's very easy to say City took their foot off the pedal, but Gundogan in the second half, first 5 minutes, hit the post. They didn't stop. It's just United suddenly clicked.
I was thinking of it during the match, actually. I wouldn't just say it's that first half. I would have said it's the last few games. And I'm going to have a little pop at someone, and it's, although he did very well in the second half, when we bought Sanchez, I said it's going to affect the mentality of the team. And I think it clearly has. It's moved one of our best players of the season, Martial, to the right. It's affected the position of Pogba. It's also made Pogba was one of the big boys in the club, has had to step down. Sanchez is a new big boy. it has affected the mentality and almost taken us to a pre-season state of our best players not knowing where to go, what to do, or how to pass. How to pass. I mean, it was just shocking. And I would put it down to not just that first half, but a pre-season state. A Sanchez signing should be made in the summer so the players can adapt. They can figure out their new roles, the hierarchy in the club. I think that's been hugely affected. But that second half, Mourinho said something, kicked their arse, they got in gear. That is a huge positive. Sanchez is a very good signing. If he can continue what he did in that second half, I'll be pleased. But my question I always come to is, would we be any different, any worse off if we didn't sign Sanchez? And I don't believe we'd be any worse off if we'd continued with Martial on the left.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Look, I personally, I just want to enjoy the fact that we've won the derby, but Martial's gone. Luke Shaw's gone. He wasn't even on the bench today. He's not even in the squad. Luke Shaw's gone. And Martial's gone as well, because Sanchez was subbed off today for Rashford. Well, Martial was the first choice left winger in January. He scored the winner against Burnley. And ever since Sanchez has come in, he's been kicked into touch. Martial's finished at Manchester United. He's not even second choice left winger now. It's Rashford. So that's what it is.
Martial. I really do. I think he's one of those players. He's one of those players I enjoy watching in the club. But I honestly believe we need to let Mourinho make your team, Mourinho. Just whatever you want, whoever players you want, buy them, make a team. We've had too many managers since Fergie that have been shite. And we just need to let him make his team. If it fails, he's made a team. He's made his team. He's failed with his team. Let him get rid of the old players that have been bought in by rubbish managers. Just, even if it's getting rid of the player I absolutely love, I just want him to make his team, and either he'll bring a success or it'll flop and we'll go somewhere else. But just let him make that team.
I agree. I really do. Thanks for calling in, Minnie, and please do call in again.
Right, no worries. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thanks, pal. And I do agree with that point. Look, I love Anthony Martial. I do. But I don't want to talk about it because I love that result more. Because the brilliant thing is, if you watch the watch-along back, before the Pogba goal, the first one, which no one predicted, we thought we were going to lose, let's be honest. If anyone thought we were coming back into that, you're a genius and get the lottery numbers. I was touching this at the time, and I'll do it again when we're losing, because I was touching this and I said, look, I'm a lot older than a lot of people, and I'm not bothered about Mourinho, I'm not bothered about Pogba, because in 10, 20 years' time they won't be here, but this will, and hopefully I will. And it's all about the badge. It's all about the badge. It's all about what Manchester United is. It's about Manchester United winning the big trophies. And players and managers will let you down, whatever. But I love Martial, but he's just a player. I would play Martial. I would play Rashford. I love them. I think they're exactly what Manchester United's all about. But Mourinho must be given the 3 years. I firmly believe he must be given 3 years, which means he's got to be here next season. He definitely was going to be before tonight. Even if we'd lost tonight, he still would have been here next year. So it's better for everybody that he won, and he won in the way that he did. But Martial's finished. He's finished at United. And that makes me really sad. But Mourinho must be given the 3rd year to do whatever it is he wants to do. And I think Martial will go off and become De Bruyne and Salah. And maybe Luke Shaw will go off and become very, very good as well. But Mourinho must do what he wants to do. And it is sad. It makes me sad. But tonight's about that derby performance, and that second half was amazing. And I am going to take another call, but I just want to say as well, De Gea still got in on the act. We're 3-2 up, and that save from Aguero was world class, where he tipped it over the box. But I'm not a big fan of Souness, but he did say something very, very interesting here, and maybe someone might want to call about it. He says, Manchester United have been effective under Mourinho, but not a great watch. That is a fair criticism. And he says they could have been 5-0 down at half-time. And I do agree with that. But look, we're playing Manchester City. Let's not gloat and be unrealistic. We were playing Man City. They are miles ahead of anybody else. They deservedly are title winners. They're at their own ground. Who has beaten Man City at the Etihad this season? No one in the league. No one's done it. They've got this massive opportunity to win the title against their biggest rival at their ground. They're 2-0 up at half-time and they lose it 3-2. you can only applaud Mourinho and the Manchester United players for that, because that's no fluke. They deserve to win that game. So you cannot underestimate what United have achieved in that second half today. It's bloody fantastic. It's brilliant. Man City fans are crying. Man City players were frustrated. They're imploding. It's brilliant from Manchester United. It's a deserved victory for Manchester United. And whether you're Mourinho out or not, and obviously I'm not, I don't agree with everything he does, but that is a brilliant performance. It is a brilliant performance, and the way we did it was brilliant as well. And that's the main thing for me. The way we did it was spot on, and there's something to build on, and that's all I wanted from today, was something to build on. I didn't want to lose to City either, but I wanted a performance that I could build on, that I can hang my hat on, and I think we can. I do. I think we can. Shane, can you hear me?
How you doing, Mark? You alright?
Oh, I'm very, very good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. First of all, happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed that present, that 3-2 present.
I will do. I've had a few more, too many beers as it is, but I shall have some more. It's very, very pleased. Very pleased. I don't really want, personally, I don't mind what anyone calls in and says, but I don't really want to highlight negatives, because you don't get many nights like that.
Very, very true, Mark. I'm here to talk about the positives, to be honest. I loved Sanchez. There's like a myth about Sanchez that you can't play on the right. I've known Sanchez from a World Cup from like nearly 10 years ago. The first time I saw Sanchez, he was on the right. At Barcelona, he played on the right. And in the second half, when he was roaming right, left, it shows he can switch side. I just love how positive he was, how aggressive he was, and how he wasn't scared to go on different. He doesn't need to stay to the left as much as possible. Like, he can switch sides, switch it up, be aggressive. I loved how sharp you were. We were passionate, and we took pride in the badge. At the end of the day, Mark, it's about, as you said just now, it's about the badge. I loved how we just played for the badge the second half. It's deeper than just the football. It's about the badge. And as soon as we scored the first goal, I knew we were gonna at least equalize, because Pep Guardiola, as Man United fans call him, as a lot of fans call him, is a guy that don't handles pressure well. He's a guy that he's a front runner. Soon as there's pressure, he quits the club, he leaves the country. He left his child. Can you imagine Ryan Giggs leaving Man U and leaving the country because of Jose Mourinho? I've never understood why people ignore that Pep's a quitter. He quit his childhood club that he came from, the youth academy, and not only did he quit, he left Spain and went to America because of Jose Mourinho. That was too much stress. He's a quitter. So I loved seeing as we scored that first goal, Mark. I thought Pogba was brilliant. Ashley Young was Ashley Young. Yeah, I'm just happy, Mark, man. I'm just happy. I'm just happy as shit.
I tell you what, I mean, I'm just enjoying the fact as well. I mean, there's so many layers to this victory, but of course, Liverpool fans love the fact that they think they're the only teams who can beat City, and we're the only team who's actually done it at the Etihad. But I suppose there is a bit of regret from United, because I just think that I do look back to that Old Trafford game in December where we got ourselves within a chance of having a title race, and then we parked the bus at Old Trafford in December, and we basically gave up the title then, didn't we? And then today, we go to their ground, and we have a go, and we beat them. And I think Mourinho needs to look at those. I don't care about the Huddersfield and the Newcastle. They were shit results, we know that. But I just hope Mourinho does have a few seconds tonight and thinks, you know what? I got it so wrong at Old Trafford in December. I never should have sat back. I should have used the home crowd. I should have pressed them. I should have got at them, because I've just done it in their backyard. And I hope that is the step forward with Mourinho and United, the way we played today. I love the midfield three. The balance is really there. And, I want Martial to play on the left, but Mourinho doesn't. He's the boss. I still think he needs to sort the right-hand side out. And you know what? I saw somebody commenting about it there. If you've got, I think he will sign a midfielder, but even if you've got Matic, Herrera and Pogba, that's a good midfield three. You've got Sanchez on the left, Bale on the right and Lukaku up front. I'll have some of that. Because the right side, I thought Lingard was very quiet today.
The Lingard thing, Mark, is, I've been saying this for like months now, the Lingard thing, the Ashley Young thing, the Fellaini thing, it's our fault. The Smalling thing, I heard a caller that said, Smalling scored the winner, says forget. No! Smalling did the same exact identical goal 2012. It's 28. We need to stop this forgiving shit. We need to be ruthless, back Jose, and get rid of these dead. I'm tired of Smalling, Fellaini, Jesse Lingard. Actually, I'm tired of it, Mark. I want elite players in. I know this might sound selfish, but I really do want elite players in every position. That's the way I'm at. That's where the mentally where I'm at now. I want to look at a Man United team and think Timothy Mensah in a few years going to be world class. He's a very good player. Bailey, to me, is top 2 defender in the league. We need a partner to go next to him. 2 world class centre back. We need a left back, a world class left back, and we have Mark. We have the best box to box midfielder in the world, to me, in my opinion, and we don't use him to his strength. I disagree with you about the Old Trafford match because Man United fans need to get in their head. We can't play attacking football without Pogba, and Pogba got suspended against Arsenal, where it was brilliant. But as soon as he got suspended against Arsenal, I thought we had no hope in the City match. And no, not to sound like a loser mentality, but it's just the honest truth in it. When you got sent off for stamping on Bellerin or whatever, yeah, I just had no hope for the thingy match. Because if you look at the team against Man City at Old Trafford, we played with all our attacking players. We just had no link from defence to the attacking. The problem, sometimes we forget that Pogba's missed 10 weeks of our season. 10 weeks. And Pogba started the first 2 to 3 months of the season on fire, assisting every weekend. And I think the 10 weeks he missed from injury and suspension completely took him out of rhythm. And we wasn't playing to his strength. We need to build a team, I've been saying this for ages, around Paul Pogba. We need to build a team around him. Like, why spend 100 million on someone not to build a team around him? Like, we need to back Jose this summer. I hate that it's going to get rid of Martial, but we've lost better players than Martial. I don't like it because this is the simple fact I don't like it. Why with other managers, Fergie was here for however long. Jose has gone 2019. He's got 1 more year at Man U, and I can't ignore that Martial is 22. So it does annoy me that we're getting rid of someone that's should have been here longer than Jose Mourinho. But it is what it is. I'm gonna back him. Gets his player. I'm just happy, Mark, man. All positive, no negative today. Just get behind the lads, and I really hope we back Jose, the board back Jose, because the whole summer, everyone was saying, Mark, you're being negative, Mark. You said it the whole summer that Jose is not happy with the transfer window. Even though we had 3 players, everyone's saying he's being selfish. You called it, Mark, and you're right, because I still think to this day, you made a point in that Seville match. No, I'm not stupid. No way Jose picked that team thinking on winning that match. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid. An injury, a shittest midfielder coming back from injury, you put him in a most important match. Nah.
Well, you know what? I mean, just to jump in there, because I want your opinion on everyone at home. I mean, look, there's so many layers to this result. And the most important thing is we know we're going to spend money in the summer. And actually, what Mourinho has done is said, look, I can beat Man City. I've just done it. Is someone going to tell me I didn't deserve to beat Man City today? We can't do that. Where's Fellaini? Fellaini's fit. Where's Fellaini? He's not even on the bench. You know, I love it because I've had so many people saying to me, Mourinho can't change. He'll always park the bus. He's always going to pick Fellaini. Fellaini's fit. He's not even on the bench. Mourinho didn't park the bus today. He can change. And this is why I kept saying I believe in him. And people were saying, you're an idiot. You're deluded. You're wrong. And I'm not wrong. He can do it. He's proved it today. He can do it.
A lot of these people, like, they have like short-term memory. So Jose's whole career has meant nothing. Like when he went unbeaten for 10 years at home. Jose played excellent football in his second year at Real Madrid. I don't know what memory people have of Jose. Jose Mourinho, when he had Ozil, Angel Di Maria, Benzema, and Ronaldo, with Khedira and Alonso in a midfield 2, they were on fire. Even to this day, I still think they hold the most goal in the Liga. And he was at Real Madrid 8 years ago. All you have to do with Jose, give him the tools, and he will get the job done. And he say what you want, Joe. He doesn't trust the centre-backs, and I don't think he trusts the midfielders to an extent. That's why he's so negative in certain match. If Jose had world-class top talent, he will go for it. I'm not going to say Jose is not a possession. If we're expecting possession of football, you're not a Man United fan because we've never been a possession. I don't even like possession football. This tiki-taki thing. No. Man U have always been ruthless, quick on the counter, and we've always had that special midfielder that can create, that can keep the ball, that can score goals, and that's Pogba. So we need to back Jose and be positive, man. Jose can play attacking football. I've seen it in my own eyes. Like, it's a fact. This is not a narrative. It's not an opinion. It's a fact that Jose Mourinho, Real Madrid team, has scored the most goal in a season in the Liga. It's fact. I think it was over 100 and 20-something goals, 130 goals in the calendar season. So it's fact. I'm not talking a narrative. Because in today's life, all we do is buy into narratives. I'm a factual guy. And the fact is, if you give Jose Mourinho the tools and he trusts his players, he's going to go get the result and he will do it in style, in his way. We're never going to get Fergie football, but we will get quick, ruthless counter-attacking football. And I love counter-attacking football. I love seeing people saying, we have 60% of the ball. And they've lost. I love that. I love it. I don't care about possession. I've never cared about possession football. I grew up on Fergie. We beat a team 5-0 with 50% of the ball, 52% of the ball. We've never been a possession team. So I don't know what Man U these fans be talking about.
Great call as usual, Shane, and thanks for calling in, and please do call in again. I don't know whether he's gone. Might have gone already. I'm going to take another call, but I do want to do this. This is something I'd not mentioned to people before, but let me just do it. Let's just get this up and running. I'm going to do a Manchester United player rating show live. I've got everything read. I've got everything set up. I'm just going to promote it. And I mean, Ashley Young was probably my man of the match. I've said that before. I thought it was fantastic. I think some of the things he did today, i.e. handballing and two-footing in the box and getting away with it, was just on another level. But let me get this going here. Pogba. There we go. So he says, "Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Come on, give me the goods. Give me the goods." Are we with you? Are we with you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Click the subscribe button if you're new. We're getting close to 213,000 subscribers. We may as well hit it. We've hit City. We've knocked them out. Right, let's do this. So, player ratings. Here we go. And then we'll take another call. So, De Gea, I'm going to give him a 7. Didn't have a lot to do, but that world-class save at the end was fantastic. Valencia, I'm going to give him a 6. I mean, some players won't get better than a 6. Remember, every single player was a 2 out of 10 apart from De Gea in the first half. So they've got a long way to come back. And I've just got rid of them scores. Didn't mean to do that. 7 for De Gea, 6 for Valencia, 6 for Bailly. Smalling, I'm going to give him a 6 because despite getting the goal, he was pretty shit on that first goal. Ashley Young, I'm giving him an 8. One of his worst performances for Manchester United, but I loved the fact that he handballed it and did a 2-foot tackle in the penalty box and no penalty was given for either. Brilliant, really love that. Matic, I'm going to give Matic a 5. I thought Matic was really not very good today and he's been very good lately, but I thought he just looked very tired, not great. Herrera, I'm going to give an 8 because I thought his second half performance was world class, and I'm going to give Pogba a 9. Again, I thought both of them were poor in the first half. Herrera's chest down for the second goal was immense, and Pogba was brilliant in the second half. Lingard, what's the lowest score I've given? I'm going to give Lingard a 5. I thought for a local lad in a derby, he was the invisible man. Lukaku, nearly a 5, but I'm going to give him a 6 because he put a lot of effort in. Sanchez, I'm going to give a 7. Number 7, I thought, he was involved in 2 of the goals. 3 of the goals. No, sod it. He can have an 8. Can have an 8. He was involved in all 3 goals. So Sanchez can have an 8. I thought, again, first half was crap, but he was involved. He got 2 assists and he was involved in the cross that Herrera laid on for the second goal. So, yeah, Sanchez gets an 8. So, yeah, Matic and Lingard need to do better in those 2. But, yeah, very, very good. Very good. It's a 9 for Pogba. I nearly give him an 8, but he deserves a 9. Smalling scored at least a 7, says Chris Rock. No, mate. Look, I defend Smalling. I get a lot of stick for sticking up for Smalling, but that first goal was abysmal. He's good in the air, and he gifted them a goal. That was poor from Smalling. He got us a goal back, but it's a 6 performance for me. We gave a lot of chances up to Man City today. Let's not be stupid and deluded. Let's milk it and celebrate it and banter City to shit, but let's not be deluded. We gave City about 6 goal opportunities. Defensively, we weren't good today. Is that an 8 or a 7 for Sanchez? It's turned to an 8. I was going to give him a 7, but he was involved in all 3 goals, so I've got to give him a 7. De Gea gets an 8 for some people, but I said 7. Paper wants to give Smalling a 7. I ain't bothered. Let's give him a Smalling a 7 then. We'll win the league now. We could. Stupid thing is, we could still win the league. We could still win the league. It's not impossible. I'm joking. We won't win the league. We're not going to win the league. Don't think we're going to win the league. Don't anybody think we're going to win the league. It ain't going to happen. But we won the derby, and that's what matters. Why? I don't really agree with the 7 for De Gea, says Julien. Tell us what you would do. Referee is man of the match, says Orison. Ben, can you hear me?
Yes, have you got me?
Got you, yes. Okay, so I've got Ben on the show. Now, a trip through history lane, actually. The reason I'm on YouTube is because of Ben, because he used to have a channel called United View, and I went on there, and then I ended up doing my own thing. But it's great to have you on.
I tried to get. To be fair, I tried to get you off YouTube a couple of times as well, but then there we go. You see where you're at now, so it all comes in buses, doesn't it? And actually,
some people would say that was a good thing, you know.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But no, congratulations to you, by the way, because I don't know how you stayed on past half time.
Yeah. I just think I was saying that. I mean, these are the games everybody should enjoy tonight, because the first half was terrible, but that won't happen very often, and in a derby as well. That second half was just immense.
Right, that second half was just, it had everything, didn't it? They came out second half, and you're like, right, if we do not score next, then the game is over. Actually, the game in general just reminded me a lot of the Klitschko AJ fight. If you had to put it into boxing terms, those 2 knockout punches in the first half, and you've got to say that they should have finished us off as well when it came up to half time. But without dwelling on the first half too much, the second half, we just got second wind, and we came out and we were unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Pogba, that when you pull Pogba up an extra couple of yards, it is literally there, the margins, an extra couple of yards, and give him a bit more freedom in the middle of the park, he will get into the box and he will score goals. He done it at Juventus at a stupidly young age, and looks like he was going to be the best midfielder in world football at one point. And he's come to United and he has to take on so many other different responsibilities that it's just, he hasn't been able to express himself. And my dad, to be honest, I speak to him a lot, and he always says that he doesn't think much on Paul Pogba, but you can't think much on someone like Paul Pogba when they're put in a bog standard midfield and then they can't do their job that they're good at. And again today, and I was a little bit in the first half, I was looking at that back 2 pairing of Bay and Chris Smalling. I was like, well, for all of Eric Bay's good bits, he looked horrendous in that first half. He looked as bad as Chris Smalling. And you look at it like that, but you put someone bang average next to him at centre half, you're not going to get the best out of him. You need to have someone next to him who complements him, who is as good as him. And that's the problem with United team. There's too many areas where, you've got an average player next to somebody and then they look as bad because they're not in that position, and they have to sink down their quality to their sort of substantial style, if you know what I'm saying. And that was evident today in the first half, but the second half, the lads really came out and put in a performance for the fans. And you can't complain with that at Derby Day. It's not about ruining City's party today. It's about making sure that the whole of Manchester and the whole of the footballing world know that we are Manchester United and we are a club still. Everyone's talking to us like we're crap all the time. Talking to us like we're not a force anymore. Well, look, we've just gone and beaten the best team in England, probably, definitely on the last decade, maybe the best team in England in terms of now. I don't think we've seen a better team in the league over the last 10 years. I think they've been outstanding. So do you know what? I full credit to the boys today. They pulled it out the bag, and what a way to win as well.
Interesting stat as well, that Mourinho has never been beaten twice in one season by the team, and at half time it looked like he was going to lose that record. Also, City won't be the first team to, they won't take our record of winning the title in the quickest time. They didn't do it in front of us either. But it was, I mean, the thing for me was really that whatever happens on from here, and if people are Mourinho out, look, I respect that. They've made their minds up, and whether hopefully they will change their mind, because I've not been like that, and I've been very consistent. But everyone's got a voice, everyone's got an opinion, and I do respect that. But the most important thing for me today was actually, winning it's great, but we didn't park the bus. We didn't. No, even at half time at 2-0 down, we didn't park the bus. At no point did we park the bus today. So all the Liverpool fans, all the City fans, all the Chelsea fans, oh yeah, but you parked the bus. They can't throw that at us, and for most of the season they have.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know about you as well, but at half time I went in, like, you know, under Moyes and Van Gaal, I'd go in at half time, I'd be thinking, don't expect a reaction here. I don't expect them to get into the players. But when we went in at half time, so I sat here with my missus and watched the game, and I said to her, I went, do you know what? Because she always goes on about how Mourinho looks like a grumpy bugger. He just falls. Why isn't he smiling? Why is he always looking so grumpy? Even when we're winning. And I say, but if there's one thing I know about him and one thing that you can be for sure, after that first half performance, he's going to get in there and he's going to get into the players. Like Sir Alex always used to, like the good managers do. And I think that's the difference between Mourinho and any other manager in the world. For all yous out there who are Mourinho out, who would you have managed United then? Who has got the personality? Who has got the sort of the ability to put a club under their thumb out there in the world right now? You can go and get in a Luis Enrique and he'll be at Chelsea next season. They might play brilliant football for 1 year like Conte has. But he's not going to end up playing brilliant football there forever. And he's definitely not going to get the budget there to play brilliant football forever. So who would you have? There is no one else in the world right now to manage United for me. And I'm completely just convinced that Mourinho is here to stay. And we've got to start getting behind the team a little bit more as fans. I mean, at half-time, everyone had a reason to be disgruntled. But look at that second half performance. It was terrific. And the way that they kept it all at the end as well. And they pushed it into a corner. You see Pogba run like half the pitch to go and confront Fernandinho there to stick up for Jesse Lingard. There's a real family feel there. It's just every player plays for each other. And don't believe any of the paper hype because, you know, Sanchez went off and looked a little bit disgruntled today, but apparently no one hangs out with Sanchez. Sanchez hasn't taken well to United. Lingard went up to him and gave him a hug. Pogba gave him a kiss on the head as well. I saw that. Everyone gets on in that team and everyone plays for each other. And I just think it's about them having a bit more time together and gelling. Looking at City, the core base of that team's been together for 3-4 years now. 3-4 years, and now they're playing this good. If we have 3-4 years under Mourinho now, with these players and more coming in, you know, if we can get Alderweireld in the summer, I fancy us to really do well next season. I'm not making an early prediction because it'll be chopped up. It's YouTube and come back to haunt me. But yeah, I really, really fancy this group of players to be at the core at United in 4 or 5 years' time. And they're not going anywhere.
Thanks for calling in, Ben. Really good to have you on.
Cheers, mate. Take it easy.
You too, pal. Thanks.
All right.
Ta-da. And I think that's right as well. Look, I'll sleep well tonight. I'll have a few more beers and I'll sleep well tonight. But I also feel that the biggest smile I'll have on my face is all those City fans crying. Or that, just to clarify, right? The first 5 minutes, that's a penalty. Ashley Young's handball. If that was given, we couldn't have complained about it. But brilliant that it wasn't given. As for the tackle, the 2-footed tackle, don't defend it. Don't just admit it was a penalty. It doesn't matter. It wasn't given. They're not going to retrospectively give a penalty now. We've beat Man City. That was a penalty. He takes the ball. Both his feet are off the ground. It's reckless. It's a reckless tackle. It's a penalty. It wasn't given. He's my man of the match for that. It was brilliant. I won't forget it. I will watch it on Match of the Day. I will love everybody moaning about it. You know why? Because the whole performance is not luck. The second half, we scored 3 goals against them. We deserved it. We absolutely deserved it. And we've probably just put Liverpool through because Man City have just lost 2 big games and bottled it. So they won't have any confidence left to Tuesday night. But I'm not bothered about Liverpool. I'm bothered about Manchester United. And we go into the summer now and knowing that we can beat Man City. We've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten Liverpool. We've beaten Man City away. We've got Arsenal. They don't matter. We've got Spurs in the FA Cup. We win that as well. We beat all the best teams in England. And we're going to strengthen in the summer. And we've proved that we can react. We've, Palace the other week. Man City today. There's lots of things, but the most important thing of all of it, and we were on about it all week, the most important thing I wanted to take from this was that we didn't park the bus and that we actually tried to play the United way. And we did. For an away performance, we attacked a lot today. And let's not forget, we're away to a team that's, like Ben said, has annihilated everybody else and been very good. We're away from home. You never go gung-ho away from home. And we were really good. We were really good. And we should be really, really proud of it. But, on the other hand, maybe you're not. Maybe you're not proud of it. Maybe you still think that Manchester United isn't the right club for Mourinho. It's not the right relationship. Maybe you're not... the caller who said it, and I must agree, Alexis Sanchez was very, very good today. But could Martial do what he does? Yes. Did we need to waste that money, 500 grand a week on Sanchez, who's 29? You know, if I'm totally honest with you, no. We've got Martial and Rashford who can do that job. But Mourinho is the manager. Matthew McFadden says it was written in the stars for blue-haired Pogba to deliver a fat out to Pep after what was said yesterday. Karma is a bitch sometimes. I didn't like the way Pogba and Pep were having a little chat on the halfway line. If I was Pogba, he should have shoved him over. He caused a load of crap last night, Pep did. For United fans, we did the video. He caused a lot of stress. Pogba shouldn't have been there having a little hug and a shake of the hand. Screw that. Jay Wood, who's this soonest person you keep talking about? Ex-bitter Liverpool player. Andy MT, soonest complimenting us is as good as the win. June Lango, we've beaten the big four this season and looking good for next season. Happy birthday, Mark. Have a beer on me. I'll be having another one. Charles Beer, I have a headache right now, but it's all good. Sit down, City. Hope Liverpool destroy them on City. Take the big bag, Al. Get a cup so I can drink those tears, says Biosphere. Omkar says, happy birthday, Mark. Enjoyed watching United game after such a long time. It's all about giving it all for the red shirt. Cheers. Yeah, we were entertained today. What a game, says Draco. Happy birthday to you, Mark, and my 7-year-old daughter. Happy birthday to your daughter as well, Draco. Jared says, happy birthday, Mark. Thanks to all in the comments. Glory, glory, Man United. Defon Powell says, fam, what is De Gea? He needs to be studied. Andrew Gilbert, I'd like to apologise to Jose Mourinho. Jose in. City go on to lose or tie the rest of their games, says Broski. I mauled my friend's uncle when he told me through 2, says Torman638. Well, you know what? It's just been a ridiculous 90 minutes. And you know what? It was never my idea to do watch-alongs. It was your idea 2 years ago. And I'm glad we do. And I never watched them back. But I am intrigued to go and watch the goals go back in because it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. What have we got coming up for you for the rest of the evening? I'll be getting the fan cams soon. So they'll be coming in. They're going to be interesting. Flex is in Vegas. So we've got Sophie doing the fan cams. They'll be going up tonight. Watch out for those. And just to be a bit like Manchester United, you know, like the Jose press conference is embargoed, half of it till 10:30. Well, I've got my match reaction, which is embargoed till 10:30. So I've got a match reaction going up at 10:30. Keep an eye out for that. The embargoed Goldbridge match reaction will be going up at 10:30. There you go. And the fan cams. So loads to get involved with. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Bottom right hand corner. I've absolutely loved it today. Tomorrow we've got 8 o'clock show with Sophie, me, and I think Rodney's on because Flex is in Vegas. But we've also got the tactics review tomorrow lunchtime, which is going to be very interesting. To be honest, it's my birthday. I'm just going to carry on drinking and enjoying it, and I would urge you all to do it as well. But watch out for the fan cams; they'll be coming up, and I will be. I'll have my match reaction going up for you at 10:30 as well. So thanks for watching. Bloody loved it. I'm glad I spent it with you. And well done, Mourinho. Well done, Manchester United. That's all we wanted. And I hope everyone shows a little bit of love to the players and a bit of love to Mourinho today, because we've been negative for the right reasons, and we should be positive for the right reasons as well. Thanks for watching. Speak to you all soon.